My prediction today already passed the weatherman's 22, so my next 24 degrees, and then Barbara says 25. It's not going to get there. It's going to land on 24, and that's as far as it's going to go. I'm going to win today. I have that feeling, I really do. Tuesday, March 23rd, and I'm absolutely elated. I really am, because we're joined by Kyle Hensby coming out of British Columbia. Really excited about that. But first of all, let's do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and it is an absolute pleasure to have everybody joining us this morning. Thank you for tuning in again this morning. Staying in British Columbia, yes, we were over there with Ashley Pater just a wee while ago. Today we're now joining Kyle Hensby. This is his first interview too, so I'm going to give him a bit of stick. You can understand that one, can't you? Yeah, absolutely, it's coming. It really is. But for those of you that are watching it right now, thank you for joining. If you're going to watch it a little later on, don't forget, when you have a look on YouTube, yeah, you know, sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Yeah, you understand, don't you? Bell because of the notifications. Yeah, when important people like this join us. Today, here at Galaxy, we are joined live, and it looks like coming out of his truck as well, by Kyle Hensby. She don't know, here at Galaxy. So how you feeling, Kyle? You okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. You know, had a nice work day today, and got off early enough to come and do this, so everything's looking good.
I appreciate it. I really do, because I've been actually looking forward to meeting you for, well, apparently a couple of years now.
Yeah, we've been trying to work it out for a bit. I recorded these songs a while ago, a couple of years ago, and I was just kind of waiting for the right time. And so, of course, I picked a global pandemic to start releasing it all. But at least they're out now.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And believe me, it's an absolute pleasure to be able to get them out to our audience. Now, we're in, how many? 74? 75 countries this morning, and 107. 112 cities around the world.
Wow, that's impressive.
I'm loving it, I really am. Believe me, in the last 12 months, I think because of this pandemic, everybody's been getting involved in watching and listening to Galaxy. Maybe they've got nothing else to do. You never know. Dwayne Watson's on board. Nice to have you on board, Dwayne. And I'm talking to a good friend that you know very well. He speaks highly too of you. It's Kyle Hensby. Now, unfortunately, our good friend Dwayne I think he was listening to us or something.
Probably, yeah. Dwayne's had some pretty good nights on the farm there, so I think we're due for another night there.
Believe me, I would love to be there to watch that one. I really would. It sounds like fun.
Haywire and the sun goes down, though, let me tell you.
That's the best time.
Yeah.
Chris Andreas is online. Nice to have you on board, Chris. Again, look at this. And Chris and I apparently, when I get over there, we're going out hunting for Sasquatch.
Oh, nice. I know a couple good spots for that.
Oh, awesome. I want to be able to, you know, something that I can, well, I might have to buy an extra seat on the plane, but I don't mind.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, start at the bar and you'll find them.
Nice. Let's go to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and well, Barbara wins again, 25 degrees. I'm going to give believe me, I should never have taught her how to be able to read the weatherman. It is Tuesday, March 23rd, and I'm absolutely elated to be joined by Kyle Hensby coming, well, it looks like coming out of his truck right now, but coming out of British Columbia. In fact, Maple Ridge in British Columbia. Got to give a shout out to Maple Ridge. We really do. Some very nice people there. Chris Andreas, by the way, thank you. I feel very handsome in this shirt today, to be very honest with you. And of course, Dwayne Watts is joining us. Nice t-shirt, DJ. Well, thank you, Dwayne. Yeah, I got to agree. Believe me, Kyle, everybody looks at the interviews that we do, look at the t-shirts, and before you know it, you've got a whole heap of new fans because they go and find you on the interwebby thing. So I'll talk to you about that very shortly. But Kyle Hensby, welcome to Galaxy.
Thank you for having me. The pleasure's all mine. I'm happy to be here.
Well, it has been a little while in the making. In fact, it's been a minute in the making, to be honest with you. But it is an absolute pleasure to have you here. It really is. And it's nice to see that you actually did keep the follicle. You didn't shave it all off.
No, I can't clean shave it completely. I look like my brother too much and I'll get confused, so I gotta leave a little bit on there.
Oh, yeah, nah, believe me, I wouldn't want to look like my brother either. In fact, I think the other way around, to be honest. I don't want him looking like me.
Exactly.
Yeah, now, I understand the confusion, I really do. Now, we kicked off the show with She Don't Know. Now, what exactly don't she know?
Well, she didn't know that I loved her at the time. It's a song I wrote about my girlfriend. When we met, we went to it was a private party, and it was basically a mini outdoor festival. There was an awesome rock band. They set up a stage, all the lights, all the sound, big speakers. It was a huge show, and it was just on private property on the Bush and Hope. You know, it was, everyone came, chipped in $5-10 at the door, and there was a full barbecue, all the food, and yeah, we had a lot of fun that night. There's a lot of good memories from that. For sure. Yeah, that's basically what the song's about, is when we met that night and kind of started seeing each other, and the fact that she didn't know I loved her yet.
Okay. You're a sentimentalist, obviously, but I remember doing stuff like that. In fact, the last one I did was in an electrical storm, literally 5,000 people bucketing down with rain, lightning everywhere, and, the party just wouldn't stop. It really wouldn't. And in fact, we unrolled some polythene right across from one fence line to the other fence line, people holding up this polythene. Biggest condom I've ever seen.
It's almost better when it rains. You get a little mud on the boots. It's a good time. I have no problem with raining on outdoor festivals, as long as it's warm.
Believe me, and it makes the lighting look good too in the rain, I've got to be honest with you. You get that extra effect. It really is quite fun. Now, Kyle, how do we get hold of you? If we were a fan, are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Kyle, do you respond?
Absolutely, yeah. Anybody that messages me, I'll always respond back. I mean, at this point, all 36 of my fans, it's not hard to get back to them if they message me. So, yeah, no, I always try to take the time. I mean, someone's going to come out and spend their time, money, or energy in putting into me and my music, then I'm definitely going to give it right back.
You shouldn't have said that. Now you're going to get another 5,000 Facebook fans. You'll be there all day. Don't worry about the doing the air conditioning, my friend. You'll be too busy answering all of these people on. You'll be going, I shouldn't have said that. Really, I just shouldn't have said that. Believe me. Now, at the same time, Kyle, do you have a website? Can we download music from your website? And more importantly, do you have a merch store on your website?
So, I do have a website, and you can listen to the music on there. I haven't put the new one on, but you can still find the other ones on there. And I'm on all streaming platforms. The website's kylehensbymusic.com. The handle is Kyle Hensby Music for...
Oh dear. Oh dear, come on, please, come on. Well, you know something, technology, isn't it absolutely wonderful? You there, my friend?
Yeah.
You froze there for a minute.
Oh, yeah. I think we're okay now.
Yeah, nice. Now, you were saying about your website?
The only thing I don't have on it is the merch store set up yet. Because I have some merch at home sitting in a bin, but I need to get the website going with that.
You shouldn't have told me that. Believe me, I'll be getting you to send me a t-shirt soon, and before you know it, I'm going to be doing these interviews. People are going to be looking much like this one right here. Believe me, people are going to be on the interwebby, and poor Chris Andreas is going to get inundated with requests for t-shirts now. You really will. Chris Millans is joining us, and Gray Elizabeth Jacobs. Elizabeth Jacobson is joining us as well. Nice to have you.
Roban's wife.
Roban's wife, of course, coming out of Norway, isn't it? Yeah, love. Viking Queen. Yeah, brilliant. I'll have to tell you one day about Viking Queen. Absolutely brilliant. I introduced that band coming out of Norway to a band coming out of Vancouver, Canada, and they got together one Christmas, well actually it was a New Year's Eve show that we did a couple of years ago now, where we all pretty much got on the sauce while we were doing the show. These guys joined me on Skype much like this. Halfway through the show we actually went into the new year, all's well and good, you know, bombs, everything going off in the air, everybody's celebrating. We went off and did our thing. These two guys still got on. 6 hours later, one of the guys is going, Tim, wake up. Tim, wake up. The other one, of course, being the Canadian, was fast asleep going, oh, yeah. Now, what I'd done through that course of that was, I don't suppose you'd remember the song, well, the tune anyway, of the Charleston. Do you remember the Charleston?
Charleston?
Yeah, it was a dance, but it had its own music.
Huh.
Okay,
Not sure.
I wouldn't expect you to actually, because it is actually 101 years old. To be honest, it was top of the pops 101 years ago. And the challenge to these two bands was get together and make it the hook in your song. You know what I mean? Make a song, throw the Charleston in there as a hook. You won't get caught with copyright or anything like that, because believe me, after 101 years, who, you know what I mean? And, well, after 6 hours and drinking on it and falling asleep and coming back to it, they both decided, no, they can't do that. Beyond them, these guys are heavy metal bands, to be honest. No, it's beyond us to be able to do that. So we made a thing where, well, maybe we could do a Christmas song. And, well, I got to be honest with you, Kyle, they kicked it out of the park. They really, really did a good job. I'll have to get Barbara to send you a copy of it. You'll love it. You really, really will.
Love it.
So, believe me, my challenge to every band and every band member and everybody that I interview was, can you, in your next song, make the Charleston part of it as your hook? And believe me, if you want to take up the challenge, I'm always up to be able to hear what your submission is, Kyle. I really, really am. I think you're a very talented man. Now, at the same time, way back in the day, the Charleston, 101 years ago, my God, those were the days, weren't they? Tell me, Kyle. Tell me all about those were the days.
Those were the days. That's the newest single that actually dropped today, I guess yesterday for you guys. And it's a throwback song about when I first started the band about 5 years ago, 2015. No idea what I was doing. Just picked up a guitar. I convinced my good buddy Scott to. Actually, he bought a mandolin, and then my other buddy Matt left his band. So I started playing different songs of each of them, same songs like separately. And then we had a party at my house one day, and I'm like, well, let's go jam. We all know the same songs, and that's basically the start of Rowdy Spurs, which is the band. And then a few years later, they've moved on, but we're still buddies. We still talk and everything. And those were the days. It's just a throwback to remembering when we first started the band and going from bar to bar, playing, and just the feeling of it all being so new and getting in all these bars. Like, our first show was on the back, and the actual album cover, we're on the back of a flatbed pickup truck in Maple Ridge outside of a casino in a parking lot. And then the next show we played after that was at the Roxy, which is one of the bigger Vancouver live venue bars. So, and it was just going up from there. It was a lot of fun. So it's just a song to reminisce about the old days of the early Rowdy Spurs.
You know something? Absolutely love it. Here at Galaxy, releasing first today for the rest of the world that Kyle hasn't already reached to. Here is Kyle Hensby, and those were the days. I think Dwayne's saying that you're too young to remember what the Charleston was, Bray.
I'll get Dwayne to read me a bedtime story. He'll tell me all about it.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be at his house that long?
Yeah, we'll see. There's been a couple nights.
Oh, believe me, I've seen the fire pit and the empty chairs. That looks like the morning after.
And the beer.
Yeah, and the beer cans. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Dwayne, we love Dwayne, we really do. Same with Chris Andreas. We absolutely love both of those guys. And Chris, got to say hi to Jimmy as well. We really, really do. And he's keeping a good eye on your health. I'm damn pleased that we put him in charge of you and this COVID virus thing. It's not hitting you. Well done, Jimmy. You're looking after Chris. Kyle, at the moment, it must be a kind of surreal time right now. Not doing too many concerts, I presume.
No, not at all. I think I've done 3 shows since COVID started. I kept just getting kicked in the pants. We did our the debut, Woke Up With My Boots On. I released it in March 2020. So it was bad timing. And like I said, I had these songs for a couple of years, but I was waiting for the right time, the right plan, because I didn't want to just throw it out there without having a strategy. So we got that one set, and then that single release party got canceled at Gabby's, which is the big country bar in Langley here, and that's shut down permanently now. And then the next one was Bottlenecks. We had one at the Wolf, and then that got canceled. So basically every single release party I've planned has been canceled at some point. But, it'll be, once it comes back, it'll be that much better. I'll be able to showcase all the songs. So.
Yep, absolutely. Let's go to the desk. Oh, I'm a smartass. You know me too well, Dwayne. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and well, we're joined live by Kyle Hensby coming out of British Columbia, in fact Maple Ridge, British Columbia, and well, we would normally leave the brand spanking new release to the world to the last song, but we can't. We just can't because of the amount of requests we get for the next 2 songs coming up. It would be remiss of us to do it that way. We really, really would be. And Kyle, believe me, it's an absolute pleasure to be able to play these songs, it is, and release new stuff to the world. Now, while this COVID thing's going on, obviously we were talking just moments ago about the lack of being able to go out and do shows right now. Does that mean to say that you're actually doing more writing, more recording?
Yeah, absolutely. I was kicking myself a while ago for not doing enough writing. And now I think I'm kicking myself because I'm doing too much right now. I'm losing track of the songs. There's so much of it. But, I've reached out to a few really good artists and writers, and I'm just so grateful they've taken the time to sit down and do some co-writes with me. I really think some of the stuff I've written in the last few months is the best stuff I've ever done. So I'm really excited to get some of that recorded and to show it to the world.
Well, I got to be honest with you, Kyle. It is an absolute pleasure to be able to break brand new music to our audio audience, and believe me, I don't call them fans, I do call them an audio audience, because we have so many, and we love each and every one of you. Then of course we have everybody that joins us live on these Facebook Lives as well, to which we love as well. And of course, don't forget later on, on YouTube, it's going to be there, and believe me, This interview will still be there when dinosaurs come back roaming the world again. You know what I mean? Poor Kyle's going to be 90 and we go, I remember that. Damn, I wish I hadn't have done it. Oh my goodness. Kyle.
I've already got a few.
Yeah, well, you know something, we would love to be able to get past this COVID thing. I don't see it lasting forever and a day, and I do sort of seeing us get back to a form of normal again. And believe me, let's go out to the lounge to watch a concert thing doesn't do it for me. I need to be in a crowd. I need that energy that comes from the band into the crowd. I need the energy from the crowd back to the artist again. We need to be able to. You see that you went and came back again, and I hadn't even stopped talking. How's that? That was well done. But do you get energy from the crowd when you go and do shows?
Oh, absolutely. It's the driving factor for me. I mean, playing a show, I just feed off the audience. You know, it's funny because everyone's there to watch a show, but for me, I'm watching a show as well, not just being a part of it, because I just watch everything going on. I'm watching the guys strike out trying to pick up girls, people falling over on the ground. You know, I love it. And just the energy coming back. That's the thing about originals too. When you're playing original songs and everyone's vibing to it and dancing, it's a feeling like no other. So, well, I really can't wait for the audiences to come back.
I got to be honest with you, Kyle, and believe me, I've been a front of house engineer. Well, for too many years. I got to be honest with you. Recording studio engineer as well. I've done that for 37 years now, almost 40 years. And the moment for me as a front of house engineer, literally, and now let's set the scene. The crowd's there, amped, ready to go. The lighting's up, the smoke's going, band's on stage. As soon as those first drum beats, that first bass hit, crowd goes off. That's my moment, because believe me, that's when I can play with the levels, get everything up and going, and bring on a show. Absolutely love that. In fact, I'm addicted to that. I just don't get the same feeling if I have to go to the lounge. You know what I mean?
Totally. I mean, I feed off it so much. Like, and it's funny because I'll do these little lounge things or the COVID-friendly shows, and you know they're good. I love playing music. I'll take anything, but it's just I'm more nervous playing for 10 people than I am for 300. It's way more. It's a totally different feeling, but yeah, and I'm all about the shows too, not just playing to them, going to them. Ever since I was old enough to start buying concert tickets, that's all I've ever done is just go to spend all my money on concerts, going to them, live shows, festivals every year, going to country festivals. It's just the best. You meet people, you have such a good time. It's all high energy, mostly all positive attitudes. You know, it's a really, really fun experience.
Well, now, I'm just wondering, and as I say, I don't think this is going to last forever and a day, even though, you know, we are having concerts here in New Zealand as long as internal, you know what I'm saying? You know, Kiwis playing for Kiwis. But we also bring bands into the country. Well, we try to, and well, this COVID thing's kind of brought that to a bit of a halt for now, but it won't be forever, I'm sure of it. Would you consider coming to New Zealand and playing in front of New Zealand audiences when we can get everything back up and running again?
Well, I would 100% love to go to New Zealand and play music for people. Yes.
Well, I got to let you know, and believe me, we're kind of crazy down here in New Zealand. One tip straight off the bat, Kyle, and I got to let you know right now, bail money. Make sure you got a bit of bail money with you.
That's what Dad's for, right?
Yeah, believe me. Don't worry about lawyers. We got good lawyers, but bail money, yep, we might need some of that. You see, if you're going to hook up with me, well, I'm into a bit of shenanigans, my friend. I like getting into trouble. I do. It's in me. It's just part of me.
That's where all the good fun is hidden. It's just hidden in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. And are you familiar with Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Okay, well, about an hour and a half away from here is the original set of Hobbiton at Middle-earth, and well, I'll have to get the staff to take you and show you around through there because I'm not allowed back in.
Sounds like a plan.
Well, you know, something apparently happened to the security guard's little golf carty thing.
Well, You shouldn't have left the keys in it.
Well, yeah, believe me, they shouldn't have done a lot of things there, to be honest. But apparently, Barbara informs me that it's in the middle of a lake.
It is. True.
Well, they got scuba divers if they want it.
Yeah, believe me, we've given them the GPS. They just have to go and get it. But they keep thinking that I'm going to go and do it. You put it there, you go and get it. Nah. No. Not happening. Believe me. We'll continue on with this very, very shortly, but I want to talk about bottlenecks because, believe me, this is your second most requested song here at Galaxy, and believe me, Kyle, you're getting up around the 1200s right now, 1237, I've been told, for requests. Tell me about Bottlenecks.
Bottlenecks, that's a fun song. That was my favorite. It was a lot of my close buddies that I sent songs to before I released them. A lot of them, that was their favorite as well. It's just a good rocking tune, about a guy that's at a bar that has a girl leave him, and he's just drowning his sorrow in the bottlenecks, and just the correlation with stuffing the cigarettes into the bottles is just something that a lot of guys can relate to. So, it's a fun song. It was a really fun song to write. Dave Boris and Fiddler and myself sat down, and it was awesome just watching them work. They're really talented writers, and Fiddler produced all the songs. He's amazing, and yeah, just lucky to be in the position I'm in.
You're right, here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined live by Kyle Hensby. Here's Bottlenecks. Damn, it's hot in here. It's 26 degrees.
I win.
You win. All right. For those of you in America, 90.6 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot inside here. Really hot, it is. But we have Kiwi air conditioning, and we're talking to an air conditioning guy. Maybe you could send us one. Maybe a second-hand one that still works. I don't care. I don't care if she's 18, blonde, and does this. You can always send us one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, you come down there. I can make it an ice box for if you wanted.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I was talking to a guy who had an icebox that's got a computer on it and plays our music.
And he's tuned in.
And he's tuned in. Yeah. Awesome. Barbara Lynn Duran is watching as well. Nice to have you along, Barbara.
Hi,
it
Barbara.
Really is. And believe me, absolutely love him today. I really am. It's a pleasure meeting Kyle Hensby coming out of British Columbia. Kyle apparently was rather nervous. Kyle, you didn't have to be nervous, bro.
This is the first interview I've ever done. I don't know what to expect.
Don't worry about it. You'll never want to do another one after this.
Yes. Yeah, but you can't complain about the heat down there. It's not even 10 degrees up here where I'm at, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, you live in a town that gets snow, don't you?
Yeah. Not very often, but it does occasionally.
Yeah, no, we don't know that stuff.
Yeah,
That's for down the bottom of the South
I don't fancy
Hole.
it being 10 either.
No, sorry?
I don't fancy it being 10.
You don't fancy it being 10? Well,
No.
it was 8 the other day, and we were all bitching like crazy. What's happening to the heat?
Well, I won.
It really was. Everybody in the office is going, holy hell, it's 8 degrees. And they got sweaters and...
You had a sweater on.
I had a sweater on as well, yeah, you're right. I just had to fit in. Everybody else was there. Felt left out in a t-shirt. Better put a tank top on. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Kyle, do you remember Darth Vader from Star Wars?
Sure do.
Yeah, you remember that lightsaber sword thing that he had?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is.
that's what Barbara's like. Well, it's a hard hat area, my friend. I'm sure you can relate to that. You got to be quick, otherwise, you know, anything can happen with those things. They switch around so quickly. Yeah, it can be very, very scary. I've got to be honest with you. Now, tell me, Kyle, a little bit about Kyle Hensby. How long have you been singing? How long have you been writing music? And how long have you been playing instruments?
Well, let's see. I always loved country music ever since growing up as a kid, and I always wanted to kind of be a singer, but I just never really thought I could do it. And then I actually remember the moment I was driving down a dirt road with my buddy Evan, and we were out hunting in the bush, and I remember just singing along to one of the songs, and I was like, you know what, I think I can do this. Let's give this a shot. So I just kind of kept working at it. I had a guitar for a long time, but I didn't play it much, and then until the last 2015 when I started taking it kind of seriously and practicing a lot more and trying to push for the actual band thing. But up until then, it wasn't a whole lot. I mean, I always wanted to do it, but just didn't think I could, you know, and I kind of just pushed myself to believe in myself, and now we're here.
Well, I congratulate you. I really, really do, because believe me, I think you have a talent and are on the way to making it in the music industry. I really, really do. And there's a lot of people here online that are agreeing with that straight away. Now, tell me about Rowdy Spurs. How did you come to the name?
Rowdy Spurs. Yeah, well, it was just, you know, it was just a bunch of guys on stage, half cut most of the time, just being rowdy, and it was all about the high energy. And when I first started out, I could barely carry a tune in a bucket. So, I mean, I had to make up with it with stage presence. So I just had a blast up there. I'd be jumping around, jumping off things. And, you know, it was just a good time. It was a party. Everyone came out. I could see everyone was engaged in the show, because I would just be making it a fun, high-energy show, which is what I want to see when I go to a show. I don't want to see someone standing there just sounding like a record. You know, I could just listen to the record in the van if I wanted. But, you know, that's kind of why the name Rowdy Spurs is, because we built a bit of a reputation. Let's just say that.
Believe me, it's like karaoke. Yeah, you don't want to go and see that either. I can do that in my car as well. But I got to be honest with you. You know, I don't sing myself. I really, really do. I wouldn't do that to the world. Let's put it that way. Well, okay. Kyle, I sing tenor. Or maybe 12 miles away from anybody that can hear me. Literally.
There you go.
And Dwayne Watson knows exactly what I'm talking about. He really, really does. I leave that to the professionals, people like yourself, that can actually sing and do it very, very well. Now, Kyle, I'm kind of hoping that you're going to release new music with us. Will you come back again?
Absolutely. I'd love to come back again. I'm so happy that you guys are going to have me. It's, like you said, it's been a long time coming. We've been planning this for a while, but I finally got some music out, and I got my feet wet, and I'm, you know, just got one speed and just go forward.
That's the way to do it, my friend. Absolutely. Single-minded, tunnel vision. Let's go ahead and do it. But I got to ask you, when was the last time you woke up with your boots on?
Actually, I don't know if I should answer this.
Oh, you should. You should. Yes, you should.
It's more recent than I would like to admit. Let's go with that.
Well, you know something? It's been quite a minute since the last time I woke up with my boots on. I got to be very honest with you. But, you know, it's always one of those ones when you do wake up with your boots on, you just got to wonder, the hell did I do last night? You know what I mean? Right here.
Yeah, my favorite part is the chorus there when we put that line, like, how the hell did I get my jeans off, but I still got my boots on, because that was the fun ones, when you wake up and your jeans are off, but your boots are still on. That's when you know you had a real good time. Exactly. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, the most requested Kyle Hensby track, Wake Up With My Boots On, 2,200 requests right now. Wow, bro, 2,271 requests. That's a lot.
Well, we actually have been playing it for quite a while, though.
Yeah. Well, that came out about a year ago now.
Exactly.
So that's awesome. I appreciate you guys spinning that. Thanks so much.
Look, Kyle, we absolutely love your work. and as you were saying that you will come back again and do more releases with us, you don't need to be so nervous next time, right?
Exactly.
In fact, most people, I got to be honest with you, Kyle, have a stiff drink and something smokable with them. You know?
That sounds like something Dwayne would do, maybe Chris.
Yeah, exactly. Both of those, IEG, exactly that. But believe me, that's the way that they deal with me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's the way we do.
Now, I got to ask you, Kyle. Have you ever tried vegan sausages?
Trick
Vegan
question.
sausages, I have, yeah.
Are they made of real vegans?
Oh, it's vegetables.
I hope so. Oh, my money's
Okay, well, here's the other part too to that question is, now picture this, if you get two vegans down the pub and they fall out and they go out for a fight out in the car park, is it still called a beef?
Has he tried
I don't know, I
Kyle
think you'd have to call it a
Rawlins
salad. Maybe we'll
vegan
toss 'em.
cafe?
Has he tried what?
Kyle
salad.
Rawlins
Kyle,
vegan cafe.
Kyle and who's?
Kyle
Oh,
Rawlins.
Oh, Kyle Rawlins. Have you tried Kyle Rawlins Vegan Cafe? Have you been there?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Well, you know, she's got something to do with Anthony Fiddler.
The Hills.
Oh.
She's
Where's this at? Vancouver, assuming?
It is in Vancouver, isn't it? Yeah, it is in Vancouver. Yeah, she's one of the Hills, bro.
Oh, yeah. The Heels are awesome. They're really good. They just had a new song drop, too.
Yeah,
Yesterday, I
Coming
think,
back.
or just recently.
exactly. We're actually doing an interview with them in a couple of days.
Cool.
Next month.
Yeah, they're awesome. They've been really helpful, really nice to me from the beginning.
Wonderful girls, all three of them. They really
Absolutely.
are.
Yeah.
And we love Anthony as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Besides,
he produced and recorded and mixed all of my songs. He's awesome.
Nice.
Won Producer of the Year this year, too.
we're going to talk
And
about
recorded
that.
with you.
Let's go back
Yeah.
to the desk, my friend.
All back.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and of course we're joined live, well I kind of hope we are, by Kyle Hensby. Woke up with my boots on, yes, over 2,200 requests so far, and climbing, but we have been playing it for a minute or two, and believe me, the numbers reflect that. They really do. Everybody loves Kyle Hensby. Now, I want to talk about Anthony Fiddler. With Fiddler Productions. Now, we know Anthony in another capacity. We know him with one of, well, a band that I call cooler than the other side of the pillow, the Heels. Now, how did you meet Anthony, my friend?
Let's see. It's been so long. I think we met at one of my shows, and I think I played a show with the Heels, and then they turned me on to Fiddler. And then we just started chatting, and then we met up, and just it was kind of history from there. It was awesome to work with him. He was really good to work with. He pushed my vocals to a point I haven't really gone to in the booth, so it was really good.
Yeah,
really happy with how it turned out.
He's a very talented man, and he takes a good photo too, doesn't he? He's very talented with a camera as well. I got to be honest with you, and he does so well for the girls coming out of the Heels. Believe me, these young ladies, stunning, absolutely stunning, and know how to wail. They really know how to sing. They really do. Now, how long's it going to be before you release a new song? Are you going to be working on a new EP? Are you looking at a new album anytime soon?
Yeah, I got a lot of things to think about right now. I got a couple offers that I gotta kind of sift through and figure out what I'm looking at here, and then I gotta kind of go to the next step here. But I'm thinking I want to apply for some grants, hopefully, and then try to get a few more songs recorded. I'm probably looking at we'll see. I got a couple I'm just dying to cut, so I'm just biting at the bit to get into the studio. But I don't know. Let's say a couple months, hopefully.
You know, there's a reason why I say that. And first of all, let me say, nothing but good things come from grants. Okay, you've got one right here. But secondly, we need you to be able to bring out new music. We need you to come back and do more interviews. Simply because I'm being selfish. I wouldn't have a job otherwise. So please, will you come back? Keep me employed.
I can do that. You know, you're doing us all a huge favor by doing these interviews and getting our music out there. So we are definitely grateful to come out here and do the interview anytime.
Brilliant. Now, I'm going to ask you one more thing. When you do come out with a new EP, how would you like to send us a few copies? You know, a few hundred, couple of hundred, you won't miss them. But send us a few copies so that we can do a giveaway. Keep Kyle Hensby rolling here at Galaxy. Will you do that?
Yeah, for sure. Like you're talking hard, like actual CDs or something?
Yeah. Unfortunately, the little numbers kinds of things, you know, people are trying to enter them while they're driving down the motorway, and before you know it, tragedy happens. They've hit a snowbank. Poor, defenceless snowbank. Canadians, you know, they just take it out on their snowbanks. They really do. If you don't believe me, just go and have a look at the 500, the 400 series. Wow, those guys can make a mess. Believe me, the OPP there, they let us know. They really do what's happening on the roads through the wintertime. Them and the Mounties. Yeah, once the OPP got on board, before you know it, I've got the Mounties sending me stuff saying, please, you know, can you read out this about the roading conditions? And we do it gladly to keep keep Canadians like yourselves safe and getting to your destination wherever and whenever you can. But believe me, those 400 series, there's some weird weather happening down there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's true.
I wouldn't want it. I really wouldn't. In fact, somebody sent me a photo of this rectangular plastic thing with a wooden handle on the end. We're all going around the office going, here, look at this, what is it? None of us knew what the heck it was. So we had to go back and say to the person, okay, you got us beat, what is it? She goes, a snow shovel.
I think you're just bragging now at this point.
Yeah, well, you know, she also pointed out that it had a big crack in it. It was broken, brand spanking new one day's use, bang. I'm going, no thank you. We can do without that.
I'm going to have to cry myself to sleep when I get back to my igloo later.
Well, I tell you what, come to New Zealand. This is what we want. Come over here to the Eastern Bay of Plenty. Absolutely love the weather over here. You really will. But having said that, my friend, I did say that we're kind of crazy. Just before you go, and I want you to think about this. Have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
A hoo-hoo what?
Grub.
Grub, no. A hoo-hoo grub?
Yeah.
Is it like a food nanny?
Well, you know what a caterpillar is, right?
Like a bug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well this is like a caterpillar on steroids. It's like a double-decker bus to a mini. And as I said, we're a lot kind of crazy here. We have a few traditions, including the indigenous folks of New Zealand, the Maori, still use these as a delicacy today. Are you familiar with white worm? You know, the worm at the bottom of a bottle of tequila?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nothing like that. Literally. Believe me, alcohol will and should be in, well, you might need some of that. Usually before, most people try during as well, and afterwards, but what you do is you put the live body in your mouth, rip off the head, don't eat the head, it's yucky, but when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
I'll have to give it a shot.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It's about challenging the mind. You know what I mean?
There's another one on the list to take.
I once earned a nickname Scorpion King in Calgary because I ate the scorpion in the bottle of tequila. So I'm no stranger to eating weird bugs if there's booze involved.
That's rather interesting, actually. I've never tried that. I really have. I've done the worm thing, but yeah. I tell you what, we'll send you the instructional video just to make sure that you understand we're not pulling your leg. We do weird and wonderful things down here in New Zealand. We really, really do. And have you ever heard of Queenstown?
Yeah.
You have heard of Queen? I'm not talking Queensland. That's in Australia. You know, the place where men wear dresses and run around in high heels?
Yeah. Okay, maybe not then.
Yeah, okay. Queenstown is a little boutique kind of town. Wanting to be a city, to be very honest, it's actually wall. Literally, there's nothing but mountains in this town. And as you go in the plane, turbulence like crazy. You're up and down like crazy, mate. You just suddenly drop in there, bang, you're in Queenstown. Now, it's where all the A-listers go and get away from, you know, the paparazzi and, you know, other people. Take their mates or significant others, go there, hide out for a little while. In fact, Shania Twain owns property down there. Kevin Costner was down there, well, a little while ago before the COVID thing hit. Keanu Reeves, Tom Cruise, they all go there. You never know who you might run into. But I've got to be honest with you, Kyle, you don't want to run into me.
Why not? Of course I do.
No, I'll throw you off a bridge.
That's all right. I'll bring you with me.
Yeah, well, that's easy to do, actually. Seeing you're not Australian, we'll attach the bungee. We have a thing called bungee jumping there.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Yeah, now, I'm thinking maybe 4 shows here in New Zealand, maybe about 8 shows in Australia. Yeah, well, only because we like their money, right?
Yeah, exactly. You gotta take it, right?
Absolutely. Let's leave Australia with at least something valuable. Let's take their money. I like that. Leave the women and everybody else behind. They don't even know how to spell beer. They can spell Foster's. How's that? Great beer in Australia. But get them to spell beer and they produce a thing with 4 X's on it.
True.
Yeah, all right.
I kid you not, I really, really do. But you may gather that we have a little banter between us here in New Zealand and Australia. Much like you Canadians and Americans, I think yours is an ice hockey thing though, isn't it?
Well, I mean, we beat them basically every time, most of the time.
Same here with rugby. Well, you see, here, our national sport is rugby union. And, well, 37 years since they've had a decent piece of silverware in their cupboards.
Well, I just got to keep reminding them, that's all.
Look, all we do is send them a photo of the All Blacks. Bang, they get scared and run away. Their team is called the Wallabies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the wannabes. They want to be winners one day. Keep trying. Keep trying. We love the sport. We do. Kyle, we're going to have to wrap it up right now, but I got to thank you so much for coming along and having a chat to us. We'd love it if you come back again, release new stuff. We would love to be able to get you to do a couple of stingers maybe, you know, some voiceovers saying, hi, it's Kyle Hensby on Galaxy 107 FM, something like that, on a good 58. Don't do it on a phone, gets tinny on a phone, you know what I mean? But a good 58, give us one of those. We would love to have you rolling here continuously at Galaxy. And once we get off this, I'm going to talk to you about a couple of friends that I want to introduce you to as well, about the next step for Kyle Hensby. How's that sound?
I'm in.
Okay.
I'd love to. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, my friend, don't go anywhere just yet, but you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. And why not? Let's do a little Andy Go.
It was a party in the sticks, a pretty girl, perfect mix. I saw her sipping on a cup of honey jack. Man, I never felt so quick. We danced like we were never gonna stop. Even the moon got a little too hot. Camped under the stars, her head on my arm, watching that sun coming up. And now she knows that I go a little crazy every time that she calls my name. She knows that I'm calling her baby, and my buddies think I'm going insane. She knows that I'll come running to her side now, that's a sure bet. And she knows that I know she's stunning, but she don't know I love her yet. She don't know. She don't know. She's all about us, I'm all about her, and every day gets better than the last. And she knows that I go a little crazy every time that she calls my name. She knows that I'm calling her baby, and my buddies think I'm going insane. She knows that I'll come running to her side now, that's a sure bet. And she knows that I know she's stunning, but she don't know I love her yet. She don't know, she don't know that I love her yet. She don't know, she don't know that I love her yet. She don't know. I know it's hard to understand, but I got myself a real good plan. Those three little words, putting the ring on the right left hand. She knows that I go a little crazy every time that she calls my name. She knows that I'm calling her baby, and my buddies think I'm going insane. She knows that I'll come running to her side now, that's a sure bet. And she knows that I know she's stunning, but she don't know I love her yet. She don't know, she don't know that I love her yet. She don't know, she don't know that I love her yet. She don't know. She don't know. Yeah, she don't know.
Hi, I'm Kyle Hensby from Maple Ridge, BC. I want to thank DJ Grant from Galaxy 107.